Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel where we bring you the most in-depth, behind-the-scenes, and electrifying news on your Dallas Cowboys. Buckle up, because what we have today is not just your average rumor mill update. This is a full-on ride through the whirlwind of NFL speculation, insider leaks, and emerging shocks that could reshape the Cowboys' upcoming season. We're talking about the growing buzz around a potential Javonte Williams trade, an unexpected rise in the camp from rookie Stephon Revel, and a rumor that has Cowboys Nation in disbelief: Stephon Gilmore possibly heading to the Philadelphia Eagles. It's juicy, it's wild, and it's all packed into this update, so let's dive right in and break it down like true Cowboys insiders. First, let's talk Javonte Williams. The Denver Broncos' third-year running back has been on everyone's radar ever since he entered the league. Despite dealing with injuries, Williams has flashed brilliance, especially when healthy, blending explosive power, low center of gravity runs, and rare vision that makes him a true three-down back. But why would the Broncos consider moving him? And more importantly, why are the Dallas Cowboys rumored to be interested? Well, here's where it gets interesting. The Broncos have brought in a new offensive philosophy and are leaning heavily into a backfield committee. Samaj Perine and rookie Audric Estim have been looking strong in offseason programs, and there's a sense that Denver might be more open than ever to fielding calls for Williams, especially given his looming contract situation. Now, enter the Dallas Cowboys. With the departure of Tony Pollard and the team's less than impressive attempts to fill that void with committee backs and short-term experiments, the front office knows that a reliable, dynamic runner is critical. We've seen flashes from Rico Dowdle and rookie Deuce Vaughn, but if the Cowboys truly want to go all in this year, they may need someone like Javonte Williams to balance the offense and take pressure off Dak Prescott. Insiders around the star are saying that whispers of interest in Williams have grown louder over the past few days, especially as the Cowboys weigh their remaining cap flexibility and possible trade packages that wouldn't disrupt their core defensive pieces. One proposed package that has made its way through insider circles includes a 2025 third-round pick and a conditional sixth, which could escalate to a fifth based on performance. Not exactly breaking the bank, and considering Williams' potential upside and youth, it's the kind of calculated risk Jerry Jones has been known to take when he sniffs an edge. But the million-dollar question is, will the Broncos bite? Or is this just one of those classic off-season flirtations that dies in the wind? What we do know is that Williams is on the Cowboys' radar, and if any traction develops, this could be a move that changes the tone of the entire NFC East. But while we've got our eyes on Denver, back home in Dallas, there's a name that's starting to get whispered more and more within the Cowboys facility, and it's not someone the mainstream media is covering just yet. Shavon Revel. Yes, the undrafted rookie cornerback from Coastal Carolina is turning heads and raising eyebrows in all the right ways during OTAs and early training sessions. What started as a camp body signing has quickly evolved into something far more intriguing. Revel, who was originally overlooked during the draft process due to questions about competition level and raw technique, is now making plays daily, and more importantly, he's doing it against a first-team offense. Coaches have reportedly praised his ball instincts, aggressive hand technique, and willingness to compete with the likes of CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks in drills. That says a lot. Dan Quinn, now with full control of the defensive blueprint, has a history of nurturing and maximizing underdog DBs, and sources say he's taken a liking to Revel's mentality. He's already being rotated in with the second-team defense, unheard of at this stage for UDFA. And while he still has a long way to go to crack the final 53, the groundwork is being laid for a potential shock inclusion. So, why is Revel so important in the larger scope of the Cowboys' plans? Because with Trayvon Diggs returning from injury, Darren Bland ascending into stardom, and Stephon Gilmore's situation currently up in the air, the cornerback room is both stacked and shaky at the same time. And yes, you heard that right. Stephon Gilmore's future with the Cowboys may not be as secure as we initially thought. And here's where things really take a turn. Rumors have surfaced that the Philadelphia Eagles, yes, the hated division rivals, have inquired about Stephon Gilmore's availability, should the Cowboys make him expendable through contract negotiations or shifting youth priorities. Now, this isn't coming out of left field. Gilmore, a proven veteran and former DPY, is still playing at an elite level when healthy. But with his contract nearing its end and a potential need for the Cowboys to reallocate cap space toward extensions for Micah Parsons and CeeDee Lamb, tough decisions are being discussed internally. Philadelphia, for their part, lost some veteran depth in their secondary and are clearly looking to shore up the corner spot opposite Darius Slay. They've added youth, sure, but it's no secret they're going all in on the season after coming so close in years past. Adding Gilmore would be a perfect move for them and an absolute dagger to the heart of Cowboys Nation. If the Cowboys were to entertain such a deal, it would likely include a day 2 pick in return, but the backlash from fans could be monumental. Can you imagine Stephon Gilmore wearing midnight green and intercepting Dak Prescott at Lincoln Financial Field? It's the kind of nightmare scenario that Jerry Jones would have to seriously weigh before picking up the phone. But here's the twist. Some believe this Eagles rumor might actually be a pressure tactic either by Gilmore's agent to force a contract extension, or even by rival front offices trying to stir up internal chaos in Dallas. That wouldn't be the first time. The NFL is a chessboard of leaks, smoke, and misdirection, and the Cowboys are always at the center of it. What's certain, however, is that Stephon Gilmore's situation is fluid. And if Dallas is serious about retooling for a younger, faster secondary, a shocking move might be on the horizon. Back to Shavon Revel, his possible emergence may actually be fueling the Gilmore conversation. If the Cowboys believe they have young talent in-house that can contribute meaningfully on special teams and rotate into the defense without a huge drop-off, it gives them the leverage to make tough cap-related decisions. This is the balancing act Dallas faces every year. How do you win now while still building for the future? And more importantly, how do you do it in a division where one move can be the difference between first place and missing the playoffs? And don't overlook the locker room dynamic either. Gilmore is not just a player, he's a mentor, a leader, and someone the younger DBs look up to. Moving him, even for decent draft compensation, would send shockwaves through the team. But if the front office feels like the next wave of Cowboys defenders is ready to step up, it wouldn't be out of character for them to make a cold, calculated move in the name of long-term sustainability. This all ties into the bigger storyline surrounding the Cowboys heading into this season: calculated aggression. They've been too passive in the past, letting key free agents walk, missing on trades that could have elevated the team, and getting outmaneuvered by smarter front offices. But this year feels different. There's a sense of urgency. From their aggressive draft strategy to the behind-the-scenes talks about Javonte Williams and the emergence of a player like Shavon Revel, it all points to a team that's finally waking up and realizing the window to win is shrinking fast. So, where does this leave us today? We've got a backfield that may be on the brink of transformation if Javonte Williams becomes more than a rumor. We've got a secondary that could see a new face rise and an old face exit, depending on how things shake out with Shavon Revel and Stephon Gilmore. And we've got division rivals circling like vultures, trying to pounce on any opportunity to weaken America's team. If you're a Cowboys fan, these developments might feel like a lot to process, and they are. But this is what separates good franchises from great ones: the ability to navigate chaos, to see around corners, and to make bold moves when others play it safe. Whether it's trading for a bruising back, giving an undrafted kid a real shot, or saying goodbye to a vet to build something stronger, the Cowboys are at a pivotal moment in their journey. The next few weeks could define not just this season, but the next 3. So stay tuned, stay locked in, and remember, every rumor has a seed of truth. It's our job to find out how deep those roots go. If Javonte Williams ends up in silver and blue, if Shavon Revel becomes the camp Cinderella story of the year, or if God forbid Stephon Gilmore ends up in Philly, this channel will have the full breakdown, analysis, and real-time reaction you can count on. Thanks for riding with us through this wild ride of Cowboys rumors and speculation. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want to stay ahead of every move, smash that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Until then, stay proud, stay loud, and go Cowboys!